what are the odds anybody beats Yianni Diakomihalis this season? Cornell's 149-pounder is the clear favorite to win the weight. In fact, I give him a 95% chance, or minus 2,200 betting odds, that he goes undefeated and wins his 4th title this season. But 149 pounds is deep. I'm talking 11 All-Americans deep. Now, I'm not a gambling man, but I'm going to give you the betting odds as well as the percentage chance that any of the top guys can beat Yianni this year. So let's stop stalling and see the odds. Yianni had such a high probability of winning because of 5 reasons. The first is he has a 75-match winning streak dating back to 2017. The second reason why is because the only guy who's beat him in college, that's Jaden Ironman, has since graduated and moved on. Reason number 3 is Yianni currently has wins over 10 of the top 15 guys at the weight. Reason number 4 is when he keeps wrestling guys, he levels up. And reason number 5 is simply that he's the Greek freak. But this is wrestling, and we've seen some crazy things happen over the years. But if somebody follows Yianni's advice to
hash nuts,
maybe we see something happen. So in this first tier of 4 guys, I'm giving odds of 300. That's a 25% chance they could beat Yianni. All of the guys in this category are All-Americans who have faced Yianni in the past, but lost. First is Nebraska's Ridge Lovett, who faced Yianni in the national finals last year. He got beat pretty bad then, but he took Yianni to a sudden victory match at Cliff Keen. Again, this goes back to my point of Yianni just being able to level up. Still, Ridge showed that he's a capable wrestler, just like the next guy in this category, who's also a national finalist, Sammy Sasso of Ohio State. Last season, Sasso was actually able to score a takedown on Yianni in the Cliff Keen Las Vegas finals, which is more than most people can say. But he's got to find a better way to defend against Yianni's offense and not let riding time just rack up on him. Third at the 25% chance is Wisconsin's Austin Gomez, who's shown that he comes alive in the limelight. And he actually has wins over Sasso and Lovett. Now, Yianni stuck it to him in a dual meet last year, but Gomez has shown that he's just one move away from shocking the wrestling world. Like I said, I have 4 guys at this 25% chance, but this 4th guy doesn't quite fit in because he's not an All-American. So I'm going to wait until the end of this video to reveal who he is, because he doesn't quite fit in. And as we get into this next crop of guys, comment below on a scale of 0% to 100%, what are the odds that Yianni loses next season? I'm going to choose a random comment and send them a Fanco Wrestling prize pack. So this next crop of guys are also All-Americans, but they lost to Yianni just by a decision. I'm giving Stanford's Jaden Abbas, Cal Poly's Dom Demas, and UNC's Zach Sherman a 16% chance to beat Yianni. I'm also throwing in Iowa's Max Murin into this crop of guys, even though he's surprisingly not a national placer yet. Out of these guys, Abbas actually gave Yianni his closest match, and if he gets back into his groove, maybe he does it again. And as far as Murin's concerned, he can really give anybody a close match, but if he wants to actually beat Yianni, he's going to have to be a little bit less passive. At the next tier are also 4 All-Americans, but they have never wrestled Yianni. Mizzou's Brock Mahler, App State's John Milner, Arizona State's Kyle Parko, and Northwestern's Yaya Thomas are all in a similar boat. I give them odds of 700, or a 12.5% chance. They all have wins over elite guys, and they're all in contention to make the national podium, but beating Yianni is a big ask. And before I reveal the last guy at 25% chance, which I alluded to earlier, let's take a look at the rest of the field. So for everybody else who's in the top 25, I give odds of 1,000, or about a 9% chance that they beat Yianni. Guys like Willie McDougald and Michael Blockus are tough, and they'll also compete for the stand, but Yianni has beaten them before. Freshman Victor Voinovich of Oklahoma State and Chance Lamer of Michigan certainly have merit and could shock the wrestling world in different regards this year, but I don't think they have quite the experience in order to face Yianni yet. But there could be a freshman who does. No, he's also not as experienced as Yianni, but he was the top 5 recruit in the class of 2021. And he has a coaching staff that is used to beating the unbeatable Goliaths of the world. Remember when Anthony Gassar knocked off the #1 Colin Moore, or Mark Hall beat Zahid Valencia. Heck, remember even last season when Greg Kirkfleet battled Gable Steveson. Of course, yes, I'm talking about a guy from Penn State, and their coaches have the ability to game plan unlike anything else I've seen. And having a freshman go up against an unbeatable senior, that means nothing to them. That's why I'm giving multiple-time preps champ from Blair Academy, Shane Van Ness, 300 odds or a 25% chance to beat Yianni at some point this season. And if you thought that weight class was deep, just wait until we get to 157. That's the next video in this playlist of all of my weight by weight previews this season.